My name is Doug Holmes. I'm a counselor here in Summerland. I'm also the organizer of Doors Open Summerland, which is an event happening on Saturday, September 23rd. The idea behind Doors Open Summerland is that we have about 30 different buildings. Some are municipal buildings, different government buildings, businesses, cultural buildings, social buildings, you name it, are opening their doors for that day to the public to give people kind of a behind-the-scenes look at some of these facilities. We're going to take a look at a few of these facilities today and to give you a little sneak preview of what you might expect on the 23rd. I'm behind the scenes at Mission Bottle Washing, one of our stops of Doors Open Summerland. Can you just explain briefly what exactly goes on here?
Yeah, we're a washing facility, and we wash bottles for the beer and the cider industry. We've been doing this for, like I say, 30 years. It's something that is unique to Canada. We're the only independent washing facility in Western North America, and we wash about 120,000 bottles a day, and been doing it for, like I say, quite a few years.
120,000 beer bottles a day. Is that all from the Okanagan? Where do they all come from?
Yeah, they come from all over BC. So we have dirty bottles being uncased and put into the washer. The washer is she's an old girl. She's about 35 years old and does about 10,000 bottles per hour. The process is a hot caustic washing. So about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, about 2.5% sodium hydroxide, which removes all the labels and all the organics from the bottle and essentially renders them clean. And then it goes through multiple rinses of fresh water to achieve the final product. So this is the other end of the washer. So bottles are now coming out clean from the washer. Quality is so critical to our operation, so we have multiple inspection points, both electronic inspections as well as human visual inspections. The electronic inspection machines will automatically reject bottles that are either still dirty or that are chipped or that just are not suitable for refilling. So bottles, once they've been inspected, come up this bottle elevator and come up to this machine called the bulker. And this machine essentially packs or stacks the bottles on a pallet in layers. So this is a grid specifically designed for this size of bottle. Once the layer is complete, the machine will automatically transfer these bottles onto a pallet, and then it'll put a cardboard slip sheet in between, and then it'll be ready for the next layer of bottles.
I'm a really believer in that the more people are aware of their community, the more they know what's going on in their community, the more vested they'll be in their community, the more they're going to shop locally, get involved in local organizations, volunteer organizations, and just basically go out to events. And it's really about bringing the community together and people getting to know their community. So I'm here at the water treatment plant with Matthew, and Matthew's going to explain to us what happens when the water comes into the plant and how it goes out as good drinking water at the other end. So Matthew, maybe first explain to me what are these things over here?
These are hydrocyclones. We add a polymer chemical into the water here, and actisand, which essentially binds with all of the organic impurities in the water and sinks them to the bottom.
So this is the first step in the process, the treatment process?
Correct. After the raw water pumps have pulled in the raw water from our reservoir just down the road. The water comes in the building through our raw water pumps and enters these tanks underneath the grate right here. Down there, the water is combined with a polymer and a sand, and then it carries on to our sedimentation tanks right back here.
Right, okay.
In there, the impurities in the water combines with the sand and sinks to the bottom. From that point, the clean water carries on to our 6 filtration beds behind me.
Right. And then what happens there?
The water goes down through those filters.
Over here?
Yep. And it ends up into our clear well. And from that point, it's a series of distribution pipes to your house.
And then what happens to all the leftover sludge that's on the bottom there?
That is scraped up through a scraper unit that's at the bottom of this tank right here and sent off to our our wastewater tank. And from that point, it is pumped up to settling ponds up above the water treatment plant.
It sounds simple, but it looks pretty complicated.
It's not that bad.
So the water comes in from Trout Creek, basically, right?
Correct.
And then what's the state of that water there? How do you check to measure the quality of the water at its source?
We do daily laboratory analysis for turbidity, color, pH, and temperature on the raw water entering the plant.
We have 30 different organizations and companies, facilities involved in Doors Open Summerland, and it's really up to each facility how they want to run their open house, basically. So some are going to have organized tours at set times, say the top of each hour, and there'll be somebody taking you through the buildings and explaining everything. Some of the smaller facilities, they'll just be, you just drop in, and there'll be certain times that you can drop in and there'll be somebody there explaining to you, what's interesting to see. So it kind of really varies from place to place, and the best thing is to check the website or the Facebook page to see what times, which places are open. Saturday, September 23rd in Summerland.